Feels like it's living up to its name of the Pacific Crest Trail. And there's wind, so no mosquitoes. So we're a day or so into the trail after our zero in South Lake Tahoe. Found Yentz and we're traveling again together, so that's good. He had a pretty good adventure on his 6 or 7 day solo as well. So gang's back together and we're hitting some miles. We both agreed that we wanted to ease ourselves back into it. Then all of a sudden it was 2:30 and we were already 20 or 21 miles in, looking at a camp spot at mile 29 for the day. So who knows, maybe we just can't help ourselves. And that's both of us being kind of wounded too. He's got a infection in his foot. My butt's still all tore up from the spill. But for the most part, feeling good. Beautiful sunshiny day. And other than those mosquitoes that we've had to deal with this morning and last night, it's been quite pleasant. Gotta watch your step out here though. So hard to look down at where you're going when that's what's all around you. Lake Tahoe there. The north end. It's a pretty big lake, but only a day or so walk once you just start moving. It's amazing how much distance you cover if you just put your head down one foot after the other. Oh. Still little patches of snow, but nothing like we were seeing in the days leading into South Lake Tahoe. We're actually pretty high right now. It's like 8,500 or something. But over the next couple weeks, there's a couple points where we'll be down at just over 2,000 feet. Quite a bit different than the 10 to 11,000 feet on the regular through the Sierra. I can actually feel it in my lungs though. It's almost like we did altitude training through the Sierra, because even on some 1,500 foot inclines, I really haven't been out of breath at all. Kind of nice. Almost feel like these trail legs and trail lungs people are talking about are finally coming into their own. Can't hardly beat this. Woo! I believe today is day 50. Got up early today. Gonna go resupply in a place called Sierra City. It was about 11 miles away, and the little store there opens at 10 o'clock. So leaving at 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock now. Get us there just in time. And I hear reports of a excellent peanut butter chocolate milkshake. Peanut butter right up my alley. As well as expensive but apparently absolutely massive breakfast burrito. So might have to check both of those things out. As we get farther away from the Sierra, we spend a lot more time down in the woods. I think right now we're at like 5,000 feet or something like that. So we've bled out quite a lot of elevation. Over the next couple weeks, we're gonna go up and back down and up and back down. I think we go between 7,000 and 2,500 feet 3 or 4 times over the next 200 or 300 miles. So most of the hills look pretty benign. About 300 to 400 feet of elevation per mile, which compared to the Sierra, where oftentimes we were up in the 600 to 800 feet per mile, makes it feel quite nice and easy. But with the getting out of the alpine and down into the forest, we've been dealing with a lot more mosquitoes. So less snow, more mosquitoes. For right now, that's quite pleasant, but I'm sure there will come a day where I'm praying for the snow again, because these little buggers do get very annoying. We're always looking for our break and lunch times in a exposed windy area rather than a shady area like we had in the past, because the wind keeps the mozzies down. But yeah, resupply today, and then I think it's 90 miles to the next one, so 3 to 4 days. But whenever we go into a town to resupply, it's usually like a 4-hour process of getting to town and then getting all the stuff you need, and then finding some outlet to recharge all devices and get all the power banks up and back to 100%. Because fortunately or unfortunately, we have these smartphones which most of the navigation is done on, and where I take all these videos and take all the keepsake pictures and whatnot. So pretty important to keep it charged. But anyway, yep, looking forward to getting into the town and getting everything we need for the next 3 to 4 days. So maybe I'll take a little video of the food haul just to show you guys what 3 to 4 days hiking the PCT food looks like. So I've been losing weight, so I've been trying to eat more and more, but hiking on a super full stomach, definitely not the most pleasant thing. 2 days ago I had 2 wraps for breakfast, which had peanut butter, cheese, and salami on it. And actually had a little bit of Nutella too. That little sweet really makes it pop. But yeah, first 3 miles after eating that gut bomb, just freaking, yeah, it felt heavy, made all the movements seem more labored. But it was also a resupply day, so needed to get rid of that food. And I don't think I lost any weight on that section. I think I was at like between 5,000 and 6,000 calories a day on that section. So trying to fine tune the calorie game, so I'm not losing weight, but I'm not gaining weight either. So I think it'll end up being somewhere around 5,000, especially now that we're not doing 30 miles a day with 6,000+ feet of elevation gain. These more benign tracks definitely are easier on the body, so require less food. But anyway, I'll show you some of the haul when I get to town. For now, I think there's about 9 more miles till I get there, so just gonna enjoy the woods and the birds chirping and watching the sun slowly envelop the top of the trees and make its way to the forest base. So I love these morning hikes. Seeing the sun eat up the world is one of the most beautiful things that you can experience being out here. Love it. Anyway, peace. Let's get into the haul. So it's a 80-mile section as of right now, which means 3 days. So for each day, got 2 of these Lenny and Larry cookies, thing of M&Ms, 2 sticks of cheese, peanut butter protein bar, and 2 packs of Spam. Every night I'm gonna mix the Spam in with this Avena della Pepe pasta and some of this Cajun rice. I'll also be supplementing with peanut butter, Nutella, and seasonings and things. I also have a couple protein coffees and tortillas. I added all the numbers up. That's 4,033 calories per day. So as of right now, I've burned 5,500 calories today. However accurate that is, which is why I have the secret stash of salami and cheese over here. So I think between all of that, I should be good, and I'll also be hungry when I get into town, so I'll probably have a big burrito or a burger. But that's what's gonna keep me going, getting the miles for the next 3 days. So, bon appetit. The majority of Northern California would be fueled from cycles of resupply like this. 3 to 5 days worth of food to take you through and give you the energy to deal with the random struggles of the day. Well, not all of the PSC or PCT is really easy to follow. I am standing on trail right now. On trail. And it goes that way. Feet on the trail. There's the trail. You hear me, Ents? I'm standing on trail right now. I'm standing on the trail right now. What? Just try to come towards where I'm talking from. If I didn't have the map right now, I would not know that I was standing on trail. All part of the fun. Oh, this is rough going. See, there is trail. Yeah, it ebbs and flows from what you just saw to what we're seeing now. I much prefer this to the alternative. But you know, the desert had the heat, Sierra had the snow. Guess it was about time for a new toil to rear its head. And for Northern California, bushes and blowdowns. But now we're out of it for at least a while. Time to cruise. Oh man. It's times like these that make all the hardships of the trail feel super worth it. Moon up in the air, looking down, seeing 3 layers of hills sprawled out in front of me. Easy trail, no blowdowns, beautiful views. That's why you do it. Oh, and I'm about 6 miles away from ice cream. So, seriously. What a day. What a day. Let's take a look at that view one more time. And sign of ice cream, asphalt. Woo! Haven't seen any of this for a minute. Hopefully it's the last of it. It's been super enjoyable not dealing with this. Oh. That's why I hate this stuff. Can never trust it. I hope that's the last I see of you for a year. Still still recovering from my last fall. Raspberries taken quite a while to deal with, and the last thing I want to do is fall and get it all wet and scrape it up again. All part of the fun, I guess. And as long as they're only like that and I'm not slogging through it for hours a day, whatever. A little bit of the good stuff never hurt nobody. It's a lot of it that'll kill you. I know that to be true. Oh man. Definitely hot again. Kind of feeling like we're back in the desert now. We actually had a water cache that was a bunch of gallons tied together, just like we seen in the desert. It's hot and dusty. There are, however, more trees. Ones which we are not under or in between, so full exposure to the sun, but also full exposure to some pretty nice views too. That mountain's Mount Shasta. Just passed by Lassen. Definitely getting the feeling I'm getting closer to home. Because definitely Cascadian mountains, and Washington is dominated by the Cascades. So still not sure which I like better, snow or desert, or which one I dislike more, desert or snow. Both have their struggles. I think my shoes will last longer in the desert. Having them be wet all the time just tears them apart. Also better for my feet. Lost my first toenail 2 days ago. 2 other of them are wobbly. I don't think they are long for this world. But at least those grow back, right? No toes fell off, so forward progress continues. Still having fun, but now that I'm over halfway, thoughts of what I do when I get back are definitely more dominantly in my head than they were before. Makes it a little harder to be in the moment out here. Have to regularly catch myself and snap myself back in, because I kind of think that future tripping, thinking about the future too much, kind of leads to anxiety, because when you're future tripping, a lot of unknowns, and unknowns seem to lead to anxiety, so want to get rid of that. But for now, step after step, and looking for the next country fried steak I can find. Been really hankering for one of them. Country gravy, side of sausage, some over easy eggs and hash browns. I literally just had a pepperoni stick, and Just thinking about that makes me hungry again. In fact, next diner I get to, I might just say, double order, sir. That is what I want. 2 country fried steaks, 4 eggs, 6 sausages, and some kind of sugary drink. Heck yeah. Hot shots heading out. So that was we're at the end of a very atypical day. Made it down to the road at Etna Summit, where we had planned to go and resupply in Etna, fully aware that the trail was closed down for 20 miles. Then we get to the road and see that it's closed all the way to Syed Valley, 50 miles or so. So once we got down into Etna, we had to organize some rides by some very amazing trail angels that drove us over to Wairika and then dropped us off at somebody's house, where another trail angel picked us up, took us from Wairika to Syed Valley. Ended up not getting to Syed Valley until 4:35. It was like 110 degrees. So we waited for it to cool down and then started back on trail. So that fire was a very interesting speed bump to divert around and avoid. But the smoke was really bad. I think I have some pictures and videos I either already showed you or you'll see just after this. But yeah, the air was starting to taste spicy and I was starting to get a headache. My nose was starting to have some bloody colors to it. I was very happy to not be dealing with that anymore. And all the magnificent views that the guidebook was talking about, total whitewash. Just look at your feet, make sure you don't trip. Which takes away some of the allure of the Pacific Crest Scenic Trail. So I think we made the right decision. I'm not feeling any feelings of remorse for missing that section or anything. So we get back to the trail and then almost to Oregon. So but we'll be to the Oregon-California border late tomorrow or early the day after. So very excited for that. California was a long, arduous, beautiful state, but I'm definitely ready to have it in the rear view mirror. On to Oregon and then back to home. So I'll be showing you guys the border when we make it there. I'm really stoked for that one. Very, very excited. So, started to cool down for the day. Hear a creek off over to the side. I think we're gonna be finding a place to pitch a camp, get some nice cool water, and get to bed, because as always it seems on the trail, it's gonna be a bright and early morning tomorrow. All of it's part of the adventure. None of it's a bad thing. Just learning to love every moment of it. Too much fun. What's it say?
It says 4 numbers to get to Mexico and only 3 more to get to Canada.
That's a ratio that I can get behind.
Yeah, that's California done.
California, Oregon border. And we just got some trail magic. And they asked us to do a hoop and a holler so they could tell when we got here. So to Ducky's mom, Ducky's dad, and Kurt. Woo! All right. Hopefully they heard that.
Hopefully.
It was only like 0.2 miles ago, so probably did. And we got to fill her out. 7-Eleven. We're through hikers. Permit by the PCTA. I have no idea what the permit number is. What day do we start? May 7? 5/7?
Yep.
Campo. Gonna go to Canada. That's ADA, dude. Yeah, I'm tired. I can't even spell Canada. All right. Official. Goodbye, California. You were fun, but I'm happy to leave you in the rear view. Escape the cities. On to greener pastures. Northern California was a beast. All the fires we had to deal with, mosquitoes. Lots of fun times in camp though. Hanging out with one of my buds, and getting to see tons of amazing views, and pitched at very, very nice campsites. Now in Oregon, we made our way to clean up weary bodies, count how many toenails we had left, and look to the future.